I don't have time to make separate meals for everyone, so I make these. They're vegetables my kids will actually eat without complaining. You can use this for pretty much any kind of vegetables. Here I have carrots and Brussels sprouts and potatoes and some turnips. I also like to use sweet potatoes and beets if you want a little bit of a sweeter thing. You just take your pan, put some foil on it. I coat it with cooking spray. I do find even mixing olive oil in, it actually will still stick. But you take your olive oil, you dump a decent amount, I would say probably 1/3 of a cup. We're gonna add salt, and we're gonna add pepper, just a little more than a teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Last 3 ingredients, a splash of soy sauce. I know it sounds weird. It will not taste like soy sauce, I promise. It actually just adds a depth of flavor. And then our turmeric here, we're gonna put in a teaspoon. Make everything a little bit yellow. And lastly, Italian seasoning, we'll put in a whole tablespoon. And we're gonna mix this together. I actually use this not only for vegetables, but tofu. And I bake it at 450 degrees. And I bake it for probably a 1/2 hour, depending on what vegetables you have. These are root vegetables and they take longer. So it's probably gonna be a 1/2 hour. If you cut them smaller, it may be more like 20 minutes. So you mix this all together, and then you're just gonna spread it out on the pan. You wanna spread it out as much as possible. If you get it piled on top of each other here, it's gonna wind up being more like steaming as opposed to roasting. And you really want to get that, browning happening. It really adds some flavor. So then you can just pop this into the oven, and it's the usual when a fork can go through easily. The vegetables are tender, and beyond that, if you want them a little browner for the flavor, you can leave them in longer. So we're gonna put them right in the oven, and we will check on them in about 25 minutes, see how we're doing. So it's been 25 minutes, and we're going to check and see how these are doing. They look great. So we'll take a fork. I usually go for a turnip or a carrot because they're gonna be usually the least tender here, and they're really looking done. They're brown on top. Potatoes definitely tender. Brussels sprouts as well. So we could take these out and eat them. We could brown them for another 5 minutes.